I've always been really curious about a mortar and a pestle set, and I feel like I could use this a lot for what we do here. We've got a lot of herbs. We've got a lot of things that we get from our garden, turn into recipes. So today I'm going to season this and make a little cooler, and I'm glad you came along. Let's get started. One of the coolest things about a pestle and mortar set is that you can extract the oils from herbs. And we have all of this mint growing here. It is bolted and it's really hot right now, but the mint leaves are still good. So we're gonna cut a little piece off and take it in, get it ready to be part of our mint cooler. First thing you want to do is rinse the herbs under cool water, and then you want to take, for this instance, the leaves off the mint. I'm going to avoid using any leaves that have any brown spots or look dead, but there's plenty of leaves on this stalk, so we should be good. This mortar and pestle came with a really great little recipe book here. There's all kinds of things from salsa, guacamole, pimento cheese spread, but it has very clear instructions on how to start using this or how to prep it before you get started on doing any recipes. The instructions that came with this set are really helpful into knowing what you're doing and why you're doing it. When you're preparing a mortar and pestle set, it's a stone, a piece of stone. So the first thing you want to do is rinse it thoroughly, both pieces, and scrub it with a clean brush to make sure that there's not any dust particles or bigger chunks of residue, something maybe that came in the box. But after you do that step, you want to make sure that you let it sit out and dry completely before you move on to the next step. And the next step is when we use the rice to continue the cleaning process of this mortar bowl. The instructions say you take a small handful of rice and you put it in the bowl and grind it down. Then you're going to dump that rice out and you'll see that it's gray. It's actually cleaning the stone dust off of the mortar bowl. Then you add another handful of rice and you repeat this step about 4 or 5 times until the rice is showing clean or pretty much white. There's no gray left in it. Then the bowl is ready to be seasoned. Before we get into seasoning, I want to say that I didn't realize how long it would take to use this. Grinding that rice, I mean, I was grinding each stack or each set handful of rice for like 5 minutes, and it kind of pools at the bottom, so I kept trying to push it up so it would get the sides as well. I didn't really see a change in color with each set that I did, so hopefully I ground the rice enough to get all of the debris that is from the stone off, and maybe the first recipe I make won't taste like dirt. Let's hope, right? Anyways, so the seasoning part, when you are ready to season, the book says that you take 3 or 4 cloves of garlic, you grind them up into a paste, then you add some salt and pepper and grind that in, and then some cumin. I really want to steer clear of the cumin because I might be using a lot of herbs in this mortar bowl that I don't want that extra flair of flavor. And it's really just an essence of garlic, an essence of S&P, and an essence of cumin. But I think the cumin might be a little much for what my intent is with this mortar bowl. So I'm going to just use the garlic and the salt and pepper and skip the cumin. This is all a preference. And actually, after you've seasoned this bowl, the more you use it, the less you're going to have those flavors or essence of those flavors in your future recipes. The book instructs you to grind the garlic and salt and pepper together in a paste, and that was actually pretty easy to do with the set. I would suggest that this would be a great tool to use if you use a lot of garlic paste, because that was really simple to turn the garlic cloves into paste. There was no chopping. I just peeled the skins off and put them right in the dish with the salt and pepper. The next step is to rinse it and let it dry, and then you can move on to your first recipe. All right, bowl is dry, and so is the pestle. It doesn't really smell like garlic, and I think it's really, again, just a very subtle, you probably won't even notice it in whatever you're making. And I'm hoping that's the case here because I am making a mint cooler. I don't want it to taste really garlicky. So the mint that we got from our garden is what I'm going to be muddling in the mortar bowl. And this just looks like you're mushing up the mint, making sure that you're getting all of the oils to come to the top of the leaves. And much that. Go a little bit further. Doesn't really specify. At least I didn't really see the book specify how long you do this, so it's probably just a preference. That looks pretty good. I'm gonna leave it at that. All right, so we have our mint ready to go. That goes in the bottom of your glass, like so. And when you muddle something, from my understanding, bringing those oils to the top, it's gonna have a very heavy flavor of whatever it is you're muddling, because you're extracting all of that flavor instead of just popping some leaves in the glass. So then I'm going to add some honey and lemon juice. And the best way to add the honey is you don't want to just directly put it into the cup. I'm going to mix it with a little bit of warm water. I have my warm water here, and the reason why you want to mix the honey with the warm water is so that the honey doesn't just sink to the bottom and not mix up with anything. This is my really cool honey dispenser. I'll leave the link in the description below. But I really just want about, I don't know, teaspoon-ish. There we go. And I'm gonna use my little straw here. Mix it up. Yeah, that dissolves it so much better. Okay, honey's dissolved in some water. Mint is in the glass. I'm gonna give it a squeeze of lemon juice, just a small amount, kind of brighten it up a little bit more. Then I'm going to add the honey and water. And I'm going to add some fresh water and ice. So here is our water. And a little background, I don't typically drink out of water bottles, but we are on a well and our water has been possibly contaminated. So they're encouraging everyone to drink out of bottles or to boil our water. So I'm gonna do the bottle thing right now. Now, the other thing I will say is there's all these chunks of mint in here. That's why I have the straw. They could still pull up in the straw, but at least I won't get a huge mouthful of mint. And don't worry, this ice was already in our freezer drawer, so that should not be contaminated because that whole situation happened yesterday. Anyways, check it out. Beautiful, nice, coolie drink. Perfect for a nice summer day. Cheers, everyone. very refreshing. The honey really gives it a nice light sweetness. And guess what? You can't taste the garlic at all or the rice. So I think this was a success. I will definitely use the pestle and mortar bowl coming up. I have a video I'm going to make where I am using herbs and things in the garden to make an insect repellent, a spray, so that it's a little more healthy to wear outside, but I get eaten by bugs. So that video is coming up. I want to thank everyone for joining me on this little journey and hope you have a great day. Remember, come grow with us.